Imagine leaving your house at the same time as everyone else, but somehow arriving 30 minutes earlier. Sounds impossible, right? But what if the problem isn't the traffic? It's how you're dealing with it. Most people don't realize this, but traffic follows patterns. And once you understand those patterns, you can start beating it almost every single day. Traffic isn't random. It builds because people behave the same way. Everyone wakes up around the same time, leaves around the same time, and takes the same main roads. And here's the funny part. Everyone thinks they're being smart by leaving just a bit earlier, but that just shifts the traffic earlier too. So instead of escaping it, they join it. That's why you need to stop thinking like everyone else and start moving differently. The first thing you should do is completely avoid peak rush hour, not slightly adjust. Completely avoid it. If most people are leaving at 7:30, you need to either leave much earlier, like 6 o'clock or 6:30, or much later, like 9 o'clock, or even 9:30. That gap is where the magic happens. Roads that are completely blocked at 7:30 can be almost empty just an hour before or after. If your schedule allows it, this is the easiest win. Another powerful move is planning your day around traffic, not against it. Instead of fighting traffic every day, shift your important movements to times when roads are naturally free. For example, if you have errands, doing them in the middle of the day instead of evening rush hour can save you a lot of stress. It sounds simple, but most people never think about timing their movements strategically. Now let's talk about routes, because this is where a lot of people go wrong. Most drivers blindly follow the main road because it looks faster on the map. But the main road is exactly where everyone else is going. Smart travelers explore alternative routes, back streets, inner roads, or even slightly longer paths that avoid congestion. A road that is 5 minutes longer on paper can save you 20 minutes in real life if it's less crowded. But here's an even smarter trick. Don't rely on just one route. Have at least 2 or 3 different routes to the same destination. That way, if one is blocked, you already know your backup plan. People who get stuck the longest are usually the ones with no alternatives. Another tip most people ignore is checking traffic before they even leave. Not while driving, before leaving. A quick check can show you where congestion is building. Sometimes, waiting just 10 to 15 minutes at home can save you 30 to 40 minutes on the road. That's a trade you should always take. Now here's something very underrated. Mixing your transport. Instead of doing your entire journey in one vehicle, break it into parts. For example, you could drive halfway, park safely, then walk, or take a quicker form of transport for the rest. In heavy traffic areas, short distances can take forever by car, but just a few minutes of walking can completely bypass that. Let's also talk about timing within the week, because not all days are equal. Mondays are usually chaotic because everyone is starting their week, and Fridays are busy because people are rushing to finish up and go out. But midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday, and sometimes Thursday are often much smoother. If you have flexibility, plan your important trips around those days. Another smart move is paying attention to micro patterns in your own area. Every location has its own traffic behavior. Maybe a certain junction gets blocked after 8 o'clock, or a particular road clears up after 9:15. Once you notice these patterns, you can adjust your timing perfectly. The more you observe, the more advantage you gain. You should also avoid unnecessary lane switching. It might feel like you're moving faster by jumping from one lane to another, but most times it just wastes energy and increases stress without actually saving time. Staying consistent and choosing a steady lane is often more effective. And here's something many people overlook. Distance doesn't always equal time. A shorter route can take much longer if it's congested, while a longer route can be faster if it's moving smoothly. Always think in terms of time, not just distance. Another powerful habit is leaving earlier than you think you need to when you have something important. This removes pressure completely. Instead of rushing and stressing in traffic, you're calm, And even if something goes wrong, you still have time. Stress is one of the biggest hidden costs of traffic, and reducing it makes a huge difference in your daily life. Also, try to combine trips instead of making multiple separate journeys. If you plan your movements properly, you can reduce the number of times you need to enter traffic in the first place. Fewer trips mean fewer chances to get stuck. Most people accept traffic, but you are different.